Hey everyone, this is Pastor Martin and I am with Lisa Burgess and we are coming to you from the Children's Church Room. Welcome to Corona Quarantine Day 2 or 3 or whatever. This is the Family Edition. Today we're going to be talking about families, especially families with young children. So, as always, please please share this on your wall, maybe copy it in an email and send it to some of your friends. Lisa, what is going on in your life?
Well, the past week I've been sick, so not much has been going on at all.
Okay, Lisa has been sick. You may have known this past Sunday, Lisa was not able to be at church, and you were bedridden for how many days?
At least 2 days.
2 days, and you had the same thing that Jimmy had?
Had influenza and strep.
Ooh, oh my goodness, okay. You realize this, folks, that Lisa was down for 2 days. It knocked Jimmy out for a week, if that just shows you who's tough and who isn't. Well, boy, Lisa, we have been doing a lot of things in the church as far as children's ministry goes, and if you're not aware, Lisa Burgess is our children's ministry director. We just recently began a new endeavor to reach families with young children. Could you tell us a little bit about the Energized Kids Club program?
On Saturdays, we've been meeting once a month, and we go through Bible stories with kids and try to include their families in a craft or a game. We've only made it to one so far.
Right. We've had 3 scheduled. One was canceled because of snow, and then we had one, and one is actually scheduled for this Saturday, and that's been canceled as well. So, we did a couple of things, Lisa, to kind of promote the Energized Kids Club, and talk a little bit about that. What were some of the things that we have done to get the word out there?
Well, Pastor and I have both been going to Gladwin Elementary School and Beaverton Elementary School and giving them cards. We had a couple assemblies at both schools in which we promoted kindness, but then we also encouraged them to come on Saturdays. Yeah, that was a really great opportunity to be able to be in the schools and just share, about kindness, anti-bullying campaign. I think both of those were very well received. In fact, there is a video of the Beaverton Assembly floating around on the Facebook page. I think it's on my wall if you would like to go and see that. But it was crazy and it was a lot of fun. Lisa, I know for most Sundays you were back here in the children's church room when all of the adults are up front. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about what goes on back here in children's church on a Sunday morning. The past few weeks we've been practicing Easter songs. We would like to sing a couple songs at Easter, so the kids have been practicing them. We always have a Bible story. The past 2 weeks and continuing on for 8 weeks, we're doing God's Wars, and that's a Bible series that talks about different characters in the Bible and how they struggled and how the kids can learn from that.
Yeah, I saw one of the handouts. It looks like God's War is kind of a play on the Star Wars theme, so that seemed very interesting. Okay, good. What else?
We also do object lessons. I think kids learn hands-on, at least I do. We do crafts, memory verses,
oh, great.
Games.
Yeah, okay, games, yeah. See, some of you thought that that's all that happened back here was babysitting and games, but while we're having church in the front, the kids are having an age-appropriate worship time back here in the back. And so, maybe one of the things that we could do, I know you said a memory verse. Maybe at the end of this video, I'm going to include a memory verse for all of the adults at home
to be able to learn as well. So be ready. Don't cut this video off at the end. When it gets to the memory verse, you are going to learn a memory verse. I shared in my pastor's welcome class just this past Sunday that Bible memory is kind of a lost art for adults. You know, we really promote Bible memory for the young children, but for the adults, we don't promote that quite as much. So this is your opportunity. We're going to learn a memory verse. Well, Lisa, one of the things that I wanted to talk with you about, obviously, I've been bringing videos to the church each day during this quarantine time, and one of the things I was thinking about with children is that there may be children that are having a deep sense of fear in their life, and maybe parents are kind of wondering, wow, how can I talk to my kids about this? How can we get through this together as a family, and especially maybe for children that are experiencing anxiety or fears about this virus that is, literally seems to be overtaking, every inch of the world. What are some things that parents can do for their children?
Well, I think the most important thing is to be open and honest and communicate age appropriate, obviously. Reassure them, limit news and negativity.
Yeah, just turn the TV off.
Yes.
That's a great thing.
They understand a lot more than we give them credit for.
Sure.
So we have to be cautious of that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this reminds me of a memory verse.
Yeah.
Matthew 6:34.
Okay.
Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry enough about itself. Each day has trouble of its own.
Ooh, the old worry verse. That is a good one. We had a board meeting on Monday. You didn't make it because you were just getting over your sickness, but I read from Matthew 1 John chapter 4, and it talks about fear and love, and how there is no fear in love, but perfect fear drives out love. And as I think about these verses, and as we're talking with our children, that it would be good to get into the Bible and show them that there are places in the Bible that talk about, when we're with God, we have nothing to be afraid of. But yeah, I agree, that open, honest feedback, those opportunities that we have to just reassure our children would be great. Even beyond just talking about fear, what are some other things that we can do at home with our children, to give some sense of spiritual education? What are some of those things that we can do?
Well, I think it's important for families to continue this at home, even when we're not in quarantine. The Bible app.
That reminds me, I said, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again here, that I just this past week in my pastor's welcome class, there were a number of families that attended with young families, young children, and I told them that it's not the church's responsibility for the spiritual upbringing of children. It's not our responsibility. It's certainly not Lisa's responsibility. It is the parents' responsibility for the spiritual upbringing of the children. Now, we, Lisa and I, and the church want to partner with you and certainly do our part. And I think a lot of times, we pick up the slack for, some families that, there's kids come that their families don't even come. So, but we want to partner with the families. So you were mentioning the Bible app. How, what are some things that they could do with the Bible app?
The Bible app actually has devotions that are strictly for kids. So as a family, you could download that, go over it together.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you pray as a family before meals, at bedtime, when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Make sure you pray for friends and family, for the leaders. Also, you can talk about spiritual things as a family and make sure every conversation revolves around God and family.
Right. I think that's so important that the the makeup of your family then begins to revolve around God. Instead of so often the life of a family revolves around school, it revolves around sports, it revolves around mom and dad's work time. And if we could just change that and make work and school and sports and other things revolve around God instead of God left off to the side, it becomes an everyday opportunity for learning and teaching the children. Lisa, I know you're aware, and I'm sure most of you are as well, that we have not canceled church this Sunday, but we've changed the venue. And the venue for this Sunday, we're going to have worship in the homes. What are some ways that parents, especially parents with the younger children, those in 6th grade or under, what are ways that they can involve the children in the worship service that they're going to have in their home?
Well, definitely include them in the worship. Let them sing with you. Sing out loud. Sing with them. Don't make them feel silly. You're at home. You're in your pajamas. Who cares,
Yes.
right?
Everybody sing. I think I was talking with the praise team this week. I sent them a message, and tomorrow night during their normal practice time, I'm going to video them. And so when Suzanne says, "Hey, everybody stand up, it's time for worship," if you stay sitting down on your lazy boy, come on now, somebody's going to try to, just lay back. And I know you're going to be in your pajamas and, your hair's not going to be done, but we are going to make a joyful noise before the Lord. So sing with them. Good. What else can they, what are some other things that we can do with the kids?
Didn't you say you were going to have some discussion questions?
Yes.
Discuss them with families.
Correct. Part of the service on Sunday, one of the things, remember I said yesterday that Sunday worship is not designed to be watched by yourself. I am going to have some set questions, and then I will post those in the comments, and I would encourage you to answer the questions as a family. And, whether your adults or kids are involved as well, but underneath the questions in the comment section, that you would hit reply and that you would answer the questions. And so it would be audience participatory. And if your child gives a particular answer to a question, then go ahead and write, for example, I might say, Gabriel said this, about a particular question, or in my family, Victoria says this. The answers could get a lot more interesting, and it could be a lot more fun on Sunday, if we have some 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds that are participating. But yes, absolutely, include the kids in that. That is amazing. Well, Lisa, is there anything else that you want to share, anything that's on your mind with anything that's going on in children's church that you can think of?
I just think that we just need to remember to keep it as a family and to work throughout the week no matter what.
Yeah, great. I think so also. We talked a little bit about the Energized kids. We know that everything is up in the air right now. We are still planning on having our Easter egg hunt. As of right now, all the candy is still in bags. We're not even, touching eggs or putting candy in eggs. We've not even opened that up yet because, we don't want anything to get spread later on. So we're holding off on that until the all clear.
if, obviously I think a lot of people that are still watching this at this point, maybe you have kids and this, really interests you. We might end up having an Easter egg hunt, a month, 2 months after Easter. It might go later into the season, but we'll do something. It's going to be, we'll have something, and it should be a good time. So thank you, Lisa, for joining me. I know that you were not nervous at all about being here and a part of this video. And once again, there may be others that you would like to participate in a video with me to bring a thought or an idea to our church family. And I would like to invite you to reach out to me, text, Facebook Messenger, email, any way that you would like to. One more thing, Lisa, I almost forgot. The Eisenharts had a very fun post on their Facebook page. And, you talk about parenting done right. They were working on a Bible story. I am going to link that video in the comments or find a way to share it somehow to our church Facebook page. Make sure that you check that out. Congratulations to the Eisenharts on a job well done. And now it is time for your memory verse. Everybody stick around, participate in the memory verse. It is going to be fun. God bless you guys, and we will certainly see you tomorrow.
Charlie started his morning like every other day and headed off to school.
That was the worst day of my life. I got bullied, backweight, and I got gum in my hair. I wish there was some way I could protect myself.
Charlie had fallen the victim of several hardballs at school, including fear, lying, and bullying.
Man, I wish there was some way I could protect myself. This is the job for wrong show, Bible Man. I have something you need, Charlie. I heard you needed some way you could protect yourself. Ephesians 6:11 says, "Put on all of God's armor, then you can remain strong against the devil's evil plans." Here. I have something for you, Charlie. It's the armor of God. Feet fitted with the gospel of peace. Gives us peace so Satan can't confuse us with worry. The shield of faith helps us totally rely on Jesus so Satan's doubts don't bother us. The helmet of salvation, accepting Jesus as our Savior and being saved from our sins. The breastplate of righteousness helps us choose the right things. The belt of truth gives us protection from Satan's lies. If you put on all God's armor, He will protect you. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Don't panic, I'm with you. There is no need to fear, for I'm your God. I'll give you strength. I'll help you. I'll hold you steady. Keep a firm grip on you." Isaiah 41:10. Won't you feel better when you go to school tomorrow with the armor of God? Yeah, I guess so. But it will take a lot of work. You can do it, Charlie. I have faith in you.
The next day, Charlie put on his armor and prepared for school like normal. The world threw the hardballs at him again, but he was protected.
Great job, Charlie. Thanks, Levi. I feel much better with this armor on.